there. How are you today? I hope that this finds you well and wonderful. So I know that this is about a week and a half late. It was supposed to go out last week. But before we start, the giveaway portion or the drawing portion of this video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been having a bit of technology issues. And so if things sound different today, that's why I am using different equipment. I'm not sure if this is what I'm going to stick with, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you guys, so we're gonna test it and see if it will be okay for us. I also wanted to let you guys know that I have to share a little story before we start about our mugs. As you can see, we have a third mug here that looks slightly different than the ones I showed you in the previous video. I know I mentioned I hadn't baked them yet, and I finally did. And when I did, we had a little Pinterest fail moment. So the original pin that I got this sort of technique from said to bake these at 425 for an hour, but that was not good advice. So if you ever do one of these, do not follow that particular pin because it washes out all the color in the markers. So the one that I ended up going with was another one where you bake the mugs at 225 for 2.5 hours, and they turned out perfect that way. And they do actually seem far hardier than I thought they would. I did kind of try to wash them a little, but I still can't guarantee the washability of them long term. But they have been baked now, but the only issue is, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depending upon how you look at it, I had to make another one because this one didn't turn out well. So now, in addition to the other choices, I guess the two winners have to make. The person who gets drawn first will also need to decide which style mug they prefer. And I think they're both really cute, so hopefully it's not a hard choice. But anyway, and of course they're both decorated exactly the same other than that. But I just wanted to let you guys know before we started about that little unfortunate experience. So, and I have just been banging these mugs together multiple times now, so I'm going to go ahead and remove them from the table, and we can get started. Okay, so the way I thought we could do this is I have here strips of paper, and I am going to go ahead and write everyone's name one by one on the paper strips, and then place them into our bowl here. from which we will do the drawing. And I'm going to try to do this with as few cuts as possible. I'm sure you guys can hear the birds in the background. It is quite early in the morning, and soon people will probably be getting in their cars next door. So, it depends on how bad the noise is going to get. If the cars end up being super, super noisy, I might cut a few of them out. But I want everyone to be aware that this might not be the most relaxing of videos. So just to keep that in mind. And also, well, I guess that's all. That's sort of housekeeping. We had about 80 people enter, which I was super excited about. And I so enjoyed getting to read everyone's stories and getting to learn little tidbits of info about you all. I know it took a little bit longer than normal for me to get back to everyone, but I wanted to be able to really answer you guys, and I tried to go, to your channels and things like that, and it was just so much fun because I feel like I learned a lot about you all. And I have everyone's names written on this pad, and they're not in any particular order, just the order that YouTube had them in the comment section. And I checked this multiple times against all the emails that I got from YouTube as notifications on comments, and I'm super hoping that I didn't somehow miss somebody. So if you got missed somehow by some horrible fluke, I really apologize. It has happened to me in the past where YouTube somehow hid a comment from me. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, but hopefully I got everyone though, and please know that if there are any issues, they were not purposely done. So I also thought while I was writing, I wrote a little bit about each one of you down, and I thought I would share it with all of us so that we can all sort of get to know each other a little better as well. I'm not sure if everyone had the opportunity to go through the comments and read everyone's stories as well, but they were a lot of fun, so if you ever have time, perhaps you can go back. But anyway, that's enough yapping from me. Okay, so our first entrant is, if I can get our papers here, Eve Cozina. And I just want to do a quick disclaimer that I am the world's worst speller, so if I misspell anything or actually mispronounce anything as well, please forgive me. I always say it's the thoughtful content, not the spelling that counts. So, but Eve Cozina is 24, and she has a beloved cat named Pixel, who I'm sure is very cute. Okay. Our next Erica Nally. And Erica discovered ASMR through this channel, which always makes me all warm and fuzzy inside. I'm so glad you found us here, Erica. Our third entrant is Acting Our Wage. And Acting Our Wage is a channel run by Carrie and her husband. They are from the Midwest originally, but living in LA. They have a beautiful daughter named Emma, and Carrie loves Chicago and is soon traveling to Europe. So I hope Carrie has fun in her future travels. It sounds very exciting. And if you ever get a chance, Carrie's channel is pretty awesome. She has lots of tips on getting out of debt and budgeting, which is always wonderful and helpful. Our fourth entrant is Bubble Dust ASMR. And I'm sure you can imagine Bubble Dust ASMR has a wonderful ASMR channel as well. She recently did a video with a sequined pillow that I found particularly enchanting and sleep-inducing. I'm just going to go ahead and flip our page here. Our next entrant is Rachel Tomlinson. And Rachel is from the UK and loves arts and crafts. She has a very wonderful YouTube channel dedicated to her hobby of crafting, and she colors beautifully. I told her that I'm probably going to have to borrow some of her techniques for our next coloring video because they're so pretty. And I have to apologize for my kitty. He's not the most gentlemanly fellow when it comes to others and their doings. So he might be making a little noise. I'm going to... He's escaping. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. He might be making noise throughout this, so I apologize. Okay, our next entrant is Peyton Funk. And Peyton is very dedicated to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Unfortunately, Peyton did have a minor injury, or I'm not sure, maybe it was more than minor actually from what he said. But he says he's on the mend now. Thankfully, we're all happy to hear that. And getting back into his athletic routines, which always makes you feel so much better. I'm trying to get this in the shot for everyone. Our 7th entrant is Sierra Elizabeth. Sierra Elizabeth has a daughter named Lula and a son named Emmett. She studied global studies, but is going back to school for nursing, which is wonderful. And Sierra Elizabeth also has an awesome YouTube channel dedicated to all things fashion. Well, I guess specifically handbags, probably. And she has an amazing Louis Vuitton collection. I really enjoyed getting to watch her videos, so if you have time and enjoy. Wonderful, beautiful bags. I really recommend checking out her channel. Our 8th entrant is Amanda's Song Channel. Amanda is from Norway, but is currently on an exchange in Wales. She also has a YouTube channel where she sings, and she has a beautiful voice. So hopefully she's getting to do a lot of singing while she's in Wales. Our next entrant is Haley Marshall. Haley is a graduate student, also studying education. And she also has a wonderful gaggle of cats. I don't know if that's the right word for cats. I think it's actually gaggle of geese. But she has several cats. If anyone knows what a group of cats are called, please let us know in the comments section. I think I used to have a book when I was a child that had all those different what those different groups of animals are called. I know they all have their specific terms. Our 10th entrant is Jessica Needler. And Jessica is 22, and at the time she posted her comment was about to start the police academy, which is very exciting. Perhaps she's already started now, so if she's in the police academy now, we wish her good luck and much safety. Our 11th entrant is Miss Pinup Doll Chloe. Oop. And Chloe is a beautiful model who does vintage pinup doll shoots. One second again, I'm sorry. Apologies for another kitty interruption. So Chloe is a vintage model. Or I should probably say a model who specializes in vintage and pin-up style photography shoots. And she's from London. And she also sings and plays guitar. She shared her Instagram with us, and I got to see some of her photos, and they are very beautiful. So I highly recommend you checking that out too. So our next person is Katie Dalton Mertz. And this is Mary Catherine from Canada, who recently had twin girls. Congratulations to you. And we wish you guys many blessings and wish you much rest, hopefully. Getting these little sheets is much trickier than I thought it would be. Our 13th entrant is Parik ASMR. So Parik ASMR is, as you might imagine, an ASMR artist, and she has a rather new channel, and she says she took some of her inspiration from this channel, which I always find such an honor and makes me all super smiley. I don't know if there's a word for that, but you should definitely go check out her channel too. She has a what's in her makeup bag, which I always love. Our next entrant is Mishka Garcia. And Mishka is a very talented artist. Our 15th entrant is Renard Blanche, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, so I apologize if not. So Renard is an esthetician and is 24 from Saskatchewan. I was just about to say she loves cats. Very good timing. And makeup, which I can imagine with her profession. It seems that the cat is more interruptive than the cars, which is not normally the case, but just of course today. Just because we want him not to be. So our 16th entrant is Emma Wright. And Emma is a college sophomore studying radio, television, and film. And she hopes to one day work in television, which is very exciting. So our 17th entrant is Gabby Como. And she has 2 beautiful children and loves skincare and self-care in general. She has a skincare blog on Instagram called Gabrielle Skin, where she talks about many interesting and wonderful products, some of which I had never heard of before and will perhaps be trying in the future. So if you have time, definitely go check that out. Our 18th entrant is Peachtree Flowers. And Peachtree has experienced ASMR since they were a child and has fond memories of getting ASMR while in school. And I have to say I definitely have some memories of teachers and ASMR. Our next entrant is Rachel M. And Rachel loves Christmas. Each holiday, she chooses a theme and decorates her house according to that theme, which I'm sure is very beautiful. The holidays are always so magical, and I'm always sad when they're over. Our 20th entrant is JP. And JP is left-handed. I've always wondered what it's like to be lefty. Although you can train your left hand if you're right-handed to do things. Doing nails is one example, because when I started, my left hand was super incapable, I guess we'll say. And now it's still not as capable, but definitely better. I have to give it at least some credit for its ability to learn. Okay. These sleeves are a little bit insane. These big bell sleeves are in style this season, supposedly. I've been finding shirts like this a lot. Oop. Anyway, our next entrant is Kristen McPherson. That name has so much alliteration. I always love alliterative things. Kristen is 34 and she loves makeup. And thank you so much for your compliments on my collection, Kristen. It's it's not as big, I think, as maybe it seems. I don't know. Really, what happened was, I think I mentioned this in a video, I had a huge makeup bag stolen from backstage at a performance, and I think I got upset, obviously, and I went a little crazy after that, rebuilding it, so. Okay. Our next entrant is Amber R. And Amanda says that she works very long hours at a demanding job, and ASMR helps her to unwind from that. And I know it's never easy having a job like that, so we wish you much rest. So our 23rd entrant is Stephanie France. And she is the middle child of 5 siblings. She has 2 fur babies named Muffins and Sophie. Her husband is in the army, and she uses ASMR to help her when he's gone. I can only imagine how hard that must be. When you get used to sleeping next to somebody, it is very jarring when they're not there anymore. So. Our next entrant is Anna Hawkins. Is a stay-at-home mom with a 2.5-year-old daughter and a stepdaughter who is 5. And I'm sure they keep you very, very busy. entrant is 757 Bandwire. Seven Bandwire loves music and has a YouTube channel dedicated to promoting local artists in their area. They film videos of their performances and put them online, which is a very awesome thing to do. So if you have time, check out some of the music on 757 Bandwire's YouTube page. And they have a Facebook page as well. Our next entrant is Video Maniac 411. And they love sunshine, sunsets, and beach living. And I definitely have to concur there. So our next entrant is Autumn Breeze. Oops. And Autumn Breeze is Andrea. And Andrea got to meet Donny Osmond when she was 13, which is pretty awesome. Andrea loves musicals and has a very amusing story about going to see Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat when she was in school. That's one I've actually never seen. So our 28th entrant is Emily Kloof. Emily Kloof loves designer handbags, but doesn't like the prices, which I totally agree with. And she says she's a pro at shopping replicas on the street, which I don't live in a city large enough to have something like that, so. That sounds kind of like a lawnmower car. So our 30th entrant is Gentle Gamer. And Gentle Gamer, as many of you probably know, has a wonderful ASMR channel. Dedicated to gaming, but other things as well. Gentle Gamer loves crafts and is trying to knit a Pokedex. Or actually, it's a cross stitch. I'm sorry, apologies. She's working on a cross stitch Pokedex. And I did not know what that was before reading the comment, and I did a little research, and that is quite a feat. So if you don't know Gentle Gamer's channel, I definitely recommend you go check it out. Our next entrant is Christina Alsos. And Christina says that her dad was not feeling well recently, and she was using ASMR to help during that time. And we hope that your dad is feeling better, Christina. We send you guys lots of good thoughts. Sam KC is our next entrant. And Sam says that sleep is vitally There's almost nothing more lovely than getting to take a nap in the afternoon and waking up. Our next entrant is Nikki Langlois, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right again. So. And Nikki has a 1-year-old daughter that keeps her on her toes, which I can only imagine. And all my friends who've had kids are always crazy busy, so. I'm kind of hungry, so my stomach is making noises. But our next entrant is Kelly Briggs. Kelly is another singer. She is a soprano, and she also has a beautiful voice. She has a few videos on her channel sharing her gift with us. And Kelly says that other than her love of singing, she loves dancing, movies, TV, beauty, fashion, and basically anything in the creative arts. Which sounds like we have a lot in common. Our next entrant is Laura Dickinson. And Laura says she was a clothing designer, but she has not been feeling well lately, and so hasn't been able to design. And we hope that you have a speedy recovery, Laura, and that you're feeling better soon, so that you can get back to the things that you love and enjoy. And we send you many good thoughts and wishes as well for your recovery. 35th entrant is Big Heart, Foul Mouth. And she has a 2-year-old son. He's an ASMR addict and loves perfume, 80s movies, and Indian food. And I'm definitely an ASMR addict and a perfume addict as well. So I understand. Our next entrant is Bare Minimal. She recently graduated from university. Congratulations. That's always a big accomplishment. And she says that she was an army child and moved around a lot and has got to live all over the world, which is awesome. She also has a wonderful channel on YouTube where she shares some of her love and insights on beauty and fashion. So you should check that out. Our next entrant is Cleopatra. And Cleopatra is a first-year college student from Idaho. And she is studying psychology. The children next door are waking up. Our next entrant is Annalise Christie Coffrey. Oh, Christine, I'm sorry. I'm gonna. I'm sorry, coffee. Many apologies. I can't read my own handwriting over there. Annalise Christine Coffee. And Annalise is a music major in voice as well. But in addition to her voice degree, she's also double majoring in psychology. And she says she's from the South. I can imagine that doing that degree keeps you very, very busy. It's always wonderful to be able to have the creative and the more scientific. Keeps your brain balanced, I think. Our next entrant is A.M. Oliver 1, 2, 3, 4. She is a special collections librarian at a university, which is very exciting. She also loves perfume. So our 40th entrant is Morgan Kudrecki. And Morgan lives in Arizona, but is from Indiana, and is engaged and getting married in June, which is very exciting. So congratulations to you, and many blessings to you and your spouse for a wonderful and happy marriage. So we're about halfway done now. Our bowl is starting to fill up a little. So our 41st entrant is Lorraine E. And Lorraine says she's been watching ASMR on YouTube every night the last 2 years. It's funny because I don't know how I managed without it. It's funny to think of a time before ASMR. So our next entrant is Millie Clack. Millie is a student at university, and she is studying textiles for fashion and interior. I can only imagine that a design program must be very interesting as well. I always say there's so many things I want to do in so little time. I'm sure you're learning a lot of fun things. Our next entrant is Kate Barlow. Kate says that she loves cats and has given a happy forever home to 5 of them, which is wonderful. So our next entrant is JuSav12. And they say that they like comedies and dramas. And enjoy ghost stories, even though they don't like horror films. And I have to say that I really enjoyed hearing how you would have answered the dinner party question. I should have thought of that. We have a kitty eating, so I'm gonna take a short break and be right back. Okay. That was good timing actually, because we also had a large garbage truck come by. So I don't think we could have recorded through that. Our 45th entrant is, if I can get the paper, Rachel Hollifield. And Rachel says that she first experienced ASMR while watching the cartoon version of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the 1970s, which I had not seen or heard of actually before. And she said that she particularly enjoyed the White Witch. It was very enchanting. And she mentioned finding ASMR in the everyday made slightly special, and I definitely agree with that. Our 46th entrant is S. Lee. And they say that they don't get brain freezes, but instead actually get shoulder freezes. And I thought that was so interesting that I looked it up and did a little research. And supposedly brain freezes are caused, well, there's several theories about what causes brain freezes actually. And one is that the trigeminal nerve in the cranium gets basically distressed and starts to spasm. But as I said, it's contested, and I was thinking maybe you're the link in finding the true answer about brain freezes. So that was pretty cool. So our next entrant is Lisa Martin. And Lisa says that she was introduced unknowingly to ASMR through Bob Ross, who was probably the grandfather of ASMR. And she said she also enjoyed shopping channels. And that brought back a memory actually of, not many people mention this, but I swear, along with Bob Ross and things like shopping channels, I used to love to watch the Sit and Be Fit lady. Some of her routines were very ASMR inducing. I thought her voice was very lovely. So that brought back a nice memory. So our 48th entrant is Eva Kanyun. Eva says that she is a student in Indiana who discovered the ASMR community last year, but has been experiencing ASMR for as long as she can remember. And we're so glad that you found us here as well, Eva. This community is pretty awesome. So, my cat is being more noisy than normal today because he wants to go outside, but they're doing things to our house today, and I don't want him to go out there and be unsafe while they're working on it, so that's why he's a little fussy. Oh, sounds like the garbage man has returned. So our next entrant is Aristocratic 73. And just seeing if that truck will go away. Aristocratic says that they love reading and books. And they have a wonderful book collection. Okay, I think we finally placated Kitty, and the truck has finally passed. So we shall continue. Our 50th entrant is Catherine C.P. And Catherine says that she is a student in biomedical science. And that she is on the way to med school, which I can only imagine will be very intense, but awesome and rewarding. So good luck to you. So our 51st entrant is, and I'm going to do the best I can with this one, Stickinix, I think. And they say they have a hobby of creating tiny dioramas. And that their dioramas feature themes as varied as zombies and ballerinas. Sounds like it's a very interesting and creative way to express yourself, and would be a very fun hobby. Okay, so I think I'm going to give this another quick little toss. And our 52nd entrant is Haley Michelle. Haley says that she has 2 chihuahuas and wants to study animals one day. And that she lives in Arizona. And that this channel inspired her to grow her nails out, which was something that also made me very smiley. I gotta say, I don't know what I would do without mine. Our next entrant is Shauna Sams. Shauna says that she enjoyed going to the symphony when she was younger. And she had the most amazing quote about, well, it's actually a quote from her. I'm quoting her. She said that when she listened to live music, that one skin was not enough to hold her inside. And I thought that was so amazing and very accurate. When you watch live music, it's very transporting, and you get this kind of sparkly feeling sometimes. It's hard to explain, but it does feel very much like her description. Next we have Amy Goggins. Amy says that she is from Australia, is studying the psychological sciences, and remembers her first ASMR experience at the age of 7 with her friend from Croatia, who had a beautiful voice. Our next entrant is Taylor Wright. And Taylor says that she is a college student and a barista at Starbucks. She has a dog and loves to cook, bake, and spend time outdoors. Speaking of dogs, there's one right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Our 56th entrant is Bongui fruit. And bongui fruit is Catarina from Portugal. She is 27 and has an 18-year-old cat, which is quite wonderful. She says she works at an institute whose mission it is to promote the Portuguese language around the world, which must be a lot of fun. And she says too that she really loves The Last Unicorn. So our next entrant is Kat Kowalchuk. And Kat says that she moved from Canada to Texas about a year ago to be with her husband. Which I can imagine was quite a move. She says she also loves cats, fashion, art and design, bags, and perfumes. Our 58th entrant is Ash B110. Ashby says that she is a thrifting addict and that she is in love with fitness. She has some fur babies as well as 2 children. She is about to graduate with her master's in management. Congratulations to you for that. That's very exciting. And that she's an operations manager at a school. Our next entrant is Lisa Fry. Lisa says that she is currently studying design in Germany, and that her degree program is very stressful. So ASMR is a big help for her when things get tough. Our 60th entrant is Emily Altman. We're starting to get more people now waking up next door. But Emily says that she's 25 with 2 kids, that she is a Jamberry nail wrap consultant, which is awesome. And she actually has a website that she shared. She says she also works doing project management, and that she found the ASMR community in 2014, but also experienced ASMR as long as she could remember. My pad is getting so thick here from the side that it's getting hard to lie it down. So our next entrant is SM. SM is a law student in the UK, which I'm sure is also very challenging. She says she has lots of hobbies, including spending time with her family and her pets. She likes watching great television and likes to watch ASMR at night. Our 62nd entrant entrant is Julia Sanders. And Julia says that she is a college student who just happened to be getting her nails done when the last video was published, which is a fun coincidence. Hopefully she got lots of relaxation and pampering during her spa time. Our next entrant is Carles. And they say they are a student majoring in business who loves yoga, fashion, and makeup, and hopes to move to New York City after school. That would be a fun place to live. Our next entrant is Rebecca. Rebecca says that her mom was her first ASM artist, and that she first experienced ASMR when her mom would read bedtime stories to her, which is a wonderful memory. Our 65th entrant is Sojio. And she says that she is a vegetarian and an animal lover. That she has a passion for makeup and is thinking of starting a fashion blog, which you should definitely do. used to have a kind of blog, and I know I said I was going to start another one actually myself as well, which I promise I'll do one day, hopefully soon. But I always thought that blogging or writing like that in a sort of systematic daily way or semi-daily, it depends on how often you update, but it really helps clarify the mind in a way. I guess it's kind of like keeping a journal. So. Our next entrant is Tiffany Clark. Looks like our pen is starting to run out. Hopefully it can make it. Tiffany says that she is a 19-year-old nursing student and a makeup junkie, and that ASMR helps her after her late night study sessions. My aunt was a nurse, and she told us this story, I remember when we were young, about her first day in nursing school. That the head nursing, I guess the dean of nursing or whatever, told them to look to their left and look to their right, and that most likely at least one, if not both, of those people would not make it through the program. So I know nursing is very difficult. So our next entrant is Kaylee Roderick. Kaylee says that she recently graduated with her bachelor's degree in economics. So congratulations to you for that. And that she was offered a great job that she was working towards. So I guess double congratulations to you. It's very exciting. And we wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Oh, actually I think that was the last one. I thought we had 80. Extra. I think I cut 80 just in case we ran out or I had to redo some. Okay. We will put these to the side then. And bring our bowl here. It's funny because even I'm a little excited and nervous. I don't know why. But we'll make sure this is well mixed. And I just want to say too that if you don't win today, don't worry, because There will be other giveaways in the future, so please don't despair. And I would love to hear everyone's feedback about how they liked this format. For holding the drawing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull one name out and then open it up and show you guys who the first winner is. And then I'll pull another name and show you guys who that winner is. And then I'm going to pull two alternates just in case for some reason the winners don't see the video or, they never claim their prize. Okay, so I think that is sufficiently mixed. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the drawing. So our first winner is Aristocratic 73. Aristocratic 73 is our first winner. And our second winner is Videomaniac 411. Videomaniac 411. And now I'll draw the two alternates. Peyton Funk is our first alternate. Peyton Funk. We'll put it over here. And our second alternate is Hawkins. Our second alternate is Anna Hawkins. So there you have it. Congratulations to the winners. And thank you guys all so much for entering. As I said, I had so much fun with this whole process, and I hope you guys did too. And as I said, please, please don't despair if you didn't win. There will be more giveaways in the future. Actually, very soon, to be exact, we will be having a giveaway probably in the next month again. Although it will be a sponsored giveaway, but I think you guys will be excited about it because I'm actually extremely excited about sharing that with you guys. So watch for that coming up here in the next month or so. And I'll give you a little bit of a, I guess, sneak peek. It'll be something related to nails. So I'm very much looking forward to it. And we should have a couple winners there as well. And just a little bit of housekeeping for our winners and alternates. I do probably need to put some kind of time frame for when you guys should contact me, I guess, I'm going to be traveling for spring break, which does seem slightly far away at the moment, but it's next month, so it's coming up pretty soon. And I guess if I haven't heard from the winners by, let's say, March 13th, because I think today is February 13th or 12th, but I'm going to say 13th, just in case. And so if I don't hear from you guys by March 13th, then I'm going to start contacting the alternates, and we'll start with our first alternate and then move to the second if I don't hear from the first. And if for some reason I don't hear from anybody, which I don't think is going to happen, but just to cover all of our bases, I'm going to hang on to all of the entrance slips, and if for some reason I need to, I'll go ahead and draw from this again. And I probably won't film that, but I promise I'll close my eyes and it'll all be on the up and up. So again, thank you guys so much. This has just been so much fun for me, and I've loved getting to learn about you guys, and I hoped you guys enjoyed getting to hear more about each other. And if you guys do have time to visit some of the websites and other channels from our little family here, then you should. And I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. And as I said in the beginning, please let me know about sound quality. It sounds really different to me in the monitor, so I'm not sure how sound-wise this is going to turn out with this new equipment, but hopefully we'll get it all straightened out. And now that I have actually working equipment again, you guys should be getting videos. So it's been a bumpy time for us, but we're gonna get back to it. So okay, well, with that, I know this is again super long, and I'm going to wish you all beautiful dreams or a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining.